The Tour de France is arguably the hardest and most brutal bike race in the entire world.
Yes, it sees the fittest and the fastest bike riders battle it out on some gruelling stages.
The question is, what can us general cyclists learn from those pros? Today we're going to find out. We're going to do it on top of one of the Tour de France's most iconic climbs, the Col de Galibier.
Now, I think the first point that we can learn from the Tour de France pros is how important preparation is. Now, they will spend the majority of the year training and preparing for this specific event. They will optimise their training, plan their training months in advance to suit this race. They'll do their homework on the stages, they might even do recons on certain stages, and they'll even optimise their nutrition and make sure their body is in tip-top condition for this race. Do your homework, do your preparation, and the outcome will speak for itself.
Now, we might not be riding the Tour de France, but you might have entered a sportive or something similar. The key here is to prepare and do your research on the course. That way you can train on the terrain you're going to be riding on, and you can prepare your food and your kit akin to the course you're going to be riding on. Now, I like to do all my preparation the day before. That way I know exactly what kit I'm bringing, and when it comes to the event on the day, I'm focusing on the event and not what kit I forgot. This next point is one of the best takeaways, in my opinion, from the Tour. And it is that we're all going to have bad days, we're all going to have good days, just like the pros.
Now, a great example of this is Mark Cavendish at this year's 2024 Tour de France. In the first couple of stages, we saw him suffer with heat exhaustion and even being sick at the back of the bunch. But only a few days later, he went and won his 35th stage win of the Tour de France, meaning he has won more stages than anybody on the planet, and he'll go down in history.
Now, Mark is the perfect example of this. He's experienced the highest of highs with all those stage wins, but he's also experienced the lowest of lows. And I've got to say, we're all going to have those bad days, but it's about getting ourselves up. And what I will say is, if you don't experience the lowest of lows, you're not going to have those highs. Trust me, it's what makes cycling so great. And if the pros can get through it, we can too.
Passion is one of the best internal motivators we have. And the Tour de France pros have so much passion for this race, and they sacrifice a hell of a lot to race it. Being away from their families, long training hours, on the bike, you name it, they sacrifice it to be at the race. But when you love what you do, the motivation is so much more to be good at it.
Yeah, for us cyclists, the love and the passion for the sport sparks our determination to carry us through some of those really difficult parts of a ride, or riding through some horrendous weather conditions. And if you're watching this video, you're passionate about the sport, as we are, and that is going to become your superpower.
It is.
I mean, we don't really have to worry about pulling on that right now, do we?
No, it's
blue sky.
It's quite easy when you're in the Alps, isn't it?
This is just sensational. Teamwork makes the dream work. Ain't that right, Manon?
That is very true. And the GC riders might be the riders winning the race or on the podium, but they could not do that without the huge team behind the scenes, from their teammates, coaches, nutritionists, mechanics, logistic team. There is a huge, huge team behind the scenes.
The Tour de France is the perfect example of teamwork and collaboration. It's a race that cannot be won with one individual rider, no matter how strong they are. Now, it has to be said, each team wants their GC rider to be on top of the podium. But without the entire team, without the riders working hard in preparation, working hard during and after each stage, victory would not be possible.
But how can we apply this teamwork into the riding that we do? Well, you might be doing your local crit, and you might have a few club members. You will have a lot better chance of winning if you work together.
Yeah, whether that's on your club ride or just supporting each other if you've got punctures, or just upping the pace. Teamwork is key to cycling.
Let's not forget about bike handling skills. The pros are masters at handling their bike. They have such good bike handling skills, down descents, navigating tight corners that they might not even know what's round the corner, and as well as navigating in the bunch and in those hectic bunch sprints.
Yeah, we can't stress how much of a difference practice makes. Just doing some simple drills will help your confidence and the skill of riding your bike. The pros train on descents like this, so you can do too. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. And after all, hope you've enjoyed the trip to the Alps with us and descending this beautiful Col de la Glibier.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's stunning.